When we finally eventually fused together, you were just a hydrogen bomb, forcing me to push away everything I ever loved, forcing me to hurt everyone close to me. So, I snapped. I can't let you hurt me like this. You just heard hydrogen 1 against 1. This is hydrogen to nothing. Actually, there are 3 hydrogens in here. This is just straight up hydrogen. When I think of our relationship, when I thought of your relationship to me, I thought of the molecule of hydrogen. How you were afraid of me, but also how you were so obsessed with me. And although you always kept your distance, you were always revolving around me. And when we finally eventually fused together, you were like a hydrogen bomb, forcing me to push away everyone I love, forcing me to hurt everyone close to me. And that is when I snapped and lost it, because I couldn't let you use me like this. I couldn't let you cause so much destruction. I couldn't let everything I valued be destroyed. I know it was a basic attraction with us, but although you might not have liked it, I think it was better when you just kept your distance. I'm going to share another Twitter-length periodic table poem, Hydrogen to Nothing. Comes with a tiny little image, hydrogen to nothing. Little guy. And it's actually jumping into the Southern Ocean. But this is called Hydrogen to Nothing. If we're mostly made out of water, you spun around me like that hydrogen atom, and I needed oxygen. But you're made of those atoms, which are really tiny cores. Those atoms are filled with so much space that you're mostly made of nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I thought I'd start with poetry first so that people didn't say, wait, poetry is so late. I am Janet Kuypers, editor of 2 literary magazines at Scars Publications, Scars.tv, and I'm reading to you a section of poems from the Down in the Dirt issue collection book, The Final Frontier. Space, The Final Frontier. This is actually the May to August 2022 issue collection book, and because it's just been recently released, The Final Frontier. Hey, I've got a NASA shirt on. Sorry, it did not occur to me. But I figured with this going on and the newly released James Webb Telescope images, I thought I would use the first one that I could find that was the coolest one, really, to be able to release for a wrap, for a cover, because it's just so amazingly breathtaking that that's helping you learn about the beginnings of the universe, because it's able to see so far. It's just absolutely amazing. It really is. But anywho, I will stop talking about the cover of Down in the Dirt and share with you poetry that appears in this. I'm just finding the right page for it. And haha, here we go. And I will share with you a few poems from one section. This first one is titled Universe, Now in Color. Now in Color. So I heard the NASA artists in residence talk about images we see from Hubble. And I've seen these telescope photos of colors from galaxy clusters and nebula. They're mind-boggling. But they explain that when these images come in, they're all digital, a series of ones, a series of zeros, and there's no color in the images at all. I mean, astronomers describe outer space as an amazingly vast black void. So when people get these data from these images, they imagine the heat radiating from these objects. I mean, you know, red is hot, blue is cold. And they think about what looks best for these images. And I thought, But you know, this cluster looks perfect in pink. And I think this galaxy really should be red. And the gamma ray bursts look great in green. And these clouds around this orange nebula look better in blue. Let's even show these planetary rings in green and in purple. I mean, really, is this what they do? I know these images in outer space are beautiful, but I didn't know that they literally were an art form. Hubble takes pictures of objects in space with different filters to capture light rays the human eye can't even see. So when we get full color images from Hubble, they look nothing like what the universe really is. Outer space. Abstract art. Maybe imagining astronomy is actually existential art. Okay, I think I'm going to stop with the astronomy references, even though it's so super cool that the final frontier is the governor for darn in the dirt. But these are this poem is about poems. And, well, should I do another one, or should I do another astronomy poem? Maybe I'll do another astronomy. I know. Well, I got the cover, people, so why not? This one, haha, is actually titled Envision It in the Night Sky. It occurred to me, when you see these stars and constellations in the night sky, that they're not right next to each other. The closest star to our own is 100 light years away. I mean, there's an entire nebula representing one of the stars in the Circle of Orion. If you moved away from our planet, the whole concept of constellations as we know it would be lost. I mean, nothing in the universe would appear as we envision it in the night sky. Okay, in honor of that, now that I've said that, I think I am going to read some poems. This is a poem about, you'll have to guess what they are. This first one I'm going to share with you is titled Under Your Total Control. It takes a lot of convincing to get me to come to you. I've got work to do. I don't want to stop my routine. And all this time you sit there and you wait for me patiently. When I finally break down, when I finally come to you, I dedicate myself to you and I start to undress. You make me so wet as I drop my head and give in. You beat your heat into all of my pores. So I let you have your way with all of my skin, leaving me raw. And you know, every time we come together like this, I end up feeling so good, and I never want it to end. You see, I'm usually afraid of letting go like this. I'm usually afraid to give in to you, to let myself be under your total control. But whenever we're together, you remind me of how good it feels, how it is so worth my while to break up my routine, like coming to you like this. That was a poem about a shower. I love doing that to people and saying, hey, what do you think? This is a poem about a shower. Under Your Total Control. This is a poem about a shower. This next one I'm going to share with you is a poem titled No, You Only Got Me. No, You Only Got Me. You know, I think I just skipped one. I think I'd like to read it. I just want to make sure. I did. I skipped one. And I'm going to have to go back and read it because I want to. This is the first one in this poem plot series called Ever Since You Got Me. I've been hanging here ever since you got me, when the two of you were first happy. Every once in a while, one of you looks at me, reflects on what it was like, and I think you smile then. I sit here now looking out at your world, seeing how you live life now, and I wonder, because I don't think you notice it, but I see the changes of how you live now. I don't think you're unhappy. I can tell you're not really happy, but I don't think you're about to end your life or anything. But as I was saying, though I can't see much from where I'm at, I don't think you're unhappy. But you don't seem to have the same pep in your step. I think that both of you have lost something. I only know this because, look at me. I know what you looked like then. Your faces and your happiness. It's burned into me forever. You two are holding each other and beaming with happiness like the whole world's ahead of you. Wait, is that it? Is it that life is passing you by? I mean, I think I understand. I know I am fading with each passing year. But I look at you two walking around like you're drones now, going through the motions, not looking like life is in your hands, the way you did when you first created me. The way you did when you first created me. This poem was about a wedding photo. Exactly. No, it gets people off guard. I'm going to read for you a few more, and I hope you enjoy them. This one is titled, a little bit shorter, titled "No, You Only Got Me." You know you got me because it seemed obvious that you really needed someone to hold on to. And I loved how you held me, how you were so infatuated with me, how you curled up with me, how you caressed me. I liked that, you know. I have feelings too, and it was nice to give you something to lean on when you felt alone. But I've noticed that as more time has passed, you spent less time with me, and I think I know why. I think you've realized now that you know you only got me because I would only be a distraction, so you wouldn't think about being alone. That was a poem about a teddy bear. It's fun to have these poems about these otherwise inanimate objects and share them as a poem. This next one is titled "Feel Comfortable." You'll have to guess. I am so comfortable with you. You make me feel as comfortable as when I roll out of bed and dry off after a shower. I can feel complete with you. Like when I walk out onto my driveway to pick up the newspaper or wave hello to my neighbors before returning inside to be alone with you again. That's what it's all about, you know. But with you, I feel as comfortable as with hot cocoa and a bedtime story. That poem was about a bathrobe. I'm sorry, I'm having fun doing this. I'm going to read two more, I think. Two more. This first one is titled "Now That You Got Me." Now that you got me. You know, I'm really getting a little pissed at this lack of attention I've been getting from you. I mean, I know you talked about how you needed me more in your life, how you needed me around to make this place more of a home, make this place that we now share more like a home, make it look like we belonged here together. But now that you got me, you barely pay any attention to me at all. It's been getting so desperate now. I think I'd like to wallow in liquor, but you only occasionally bring me the drink I need. I often feel parched to my veins, but no one hears my screams and no one comes to help me when I need it the most. It's become an afterthought, I think. I've become an afterthought to you now, I think. But I do thank you for your occasional effort. You know how I like to hang out in the sun, and I think it's cute when you try to take care of me and then clean me up after I've been so exhausted. But maybe I wouldn't be seeming like I was always on the edge like that if you cared about me more often. And the thing is, just feeling you near me, sensing your breath, gives me life. And I hate how my dependence on you is so basic and banal that I seem like a groupie. And no, I'm not a stalker because I wait for you to make your move on me. But I need you to make that move. I really need you there for me. Or I think I might die. You say you wanted me to bring some life into your existence, and I think in a way we both somehow were dependent on each other. Please. You don't hear me when I beg, but maybe we can somehow both bring a little more life into each other once again. I'm looking over at one of those things right now. That was a poem about a houseplant. Hello, houseplant, which has a leaf that's dying. There, a leaf from my houseplant because it's turning yellow. Oops, I take care of you. You need too much water. I'm going to share with you one more poem from this book. One more. It's right here, and it's titled Good Escape. I sit around here waiting for you. That's all I do, you know, wait for you. When you turn me on, all I want is to make you happy. But you need to take control. You need to let me know what you want from me. What do you want to see in me? Do I have something somewhere inside of me to clear your mind of your troubles? I know you must have a lot on your mind, and I hope I'm a good escape for you. I'll be here waiting whenever you need me, whenever you want a chance to escape again. I'll be here for you. That poem is about a television. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was a long one, and I usually let other people read during this 1 to 3 p.m. time slot because I'm not the only reader in this time, but in honor of community poetry, I've been sharing with you poetry from collection books that are recently released, like the Down in the Dirt May to August 2022 issue collection book that's titled The Final Frontier. The Final Frontier. Yay! I hope you enjoyed that reading from this book and readings from all Scars Publications books. If you'd like to know anything about Scars Publications, go to scars.tv. You can submit writing to either magazine that I am the editor of. I would love to hear from you. Thank you in the meantime for listening. Thank you in the meantime for staying healthy. Thank you in the meantime for staying creative. And I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you very, very soon. Thank you all so very much for everything. Stay creative, stay healthy, and I thank you for existing, and I look forward to hearing from you all again very, very soon. Thank you very much, each and every one of you. You do. Each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Thanks.